Today we are looking at what I call teenage sensation, and we start with a song. Once I was young, now I have come of age. I have never seen the Lord change. Once I was young, now I have come again of age. I have never seen the Lord change. Okay, now parents of course have a role to raise their children. Of course, socialization, there are different institutions that are involved in socialization, but we are focusing today on the work front. And of course, the popular verse that we're using is Proverbs 22, verse 6, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. I know there's a spiritual component to this, but there's also a physical and a social component. So we can teach our children responsibility by making them do chores around the home. We can teach them dignity in labor, so that they go out there and become responsible citizens, responsible members of society. But we also know that children like independence. As they grow older, particularly, and that's why we have titled this teenage sensation. As they grow up, particularly when they start getting to their teenage years, they don't want you to invade their personal space. They want to be left alone. They want to stay in their own room, do their own thing. And you can just check on them once in a while. But also be very careful about the way you handle the relationship. Because Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4, of course, gives a warning. Fathers, do not provoke your children to wrath. Instead, bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. So if they start to complain that they're invading their personal space, let them be. That is the kind of world that we're now living. But you have a role, particularly during those impressionable years, to really instill the fear of God, teach them morality, discipline, dignity in labor, and all of that, and hope for the best. But of course, anytime they do consult you, which is like a cry for help, because they try to be as independent as possible, you need to seize that opportunity. We see this in 1 Kings 12, verse 6, when King Rehoboam was consulting some of the older people that were advisors to his dad. Then King Rehoboam consulted the elder who stood before his father Solomon while he still lived and said, how do you advise me to answer this? Of course, we know the rest is history. He didn't listen to the advice of the older people. He took the advice of the younger people, and the kingdom was divided. So anytime young people do come to us, our children come to us and they look for advice, it's because they've gotten to a cul-de-sac. They have no other option. And we need to seize that opportunity and help out. But we also know that they might not always take our counsel. That's why we need to approach the relationship with a lot of prayer. We need to pray for our children, commit them into the hands of the Lord. Anytime they come to us, we give them godly counsel, but we pray along, so that they will not go astray, and they will not be people that are making God angry with them.